We're now in a competitive society and given limited opportunities. Obviously, we would like to strive for our fullest potential. However, do we actually have to work 24/7 to outcompete your friends or individuals around you? Or is there a way to strike a balance between the two? I was born and raised in Hong Kong, a bustling city, one of the most vibrant yet challenging places to grow up in. Academic success there is not only measured by effort or how much time you spend studying, but it's more of your academic achievements. Academic pressure is fierce, especially for local students. I myself, as a local student, have been through this struggle before. Academic success can come, but it comes with a cost too. Stress, sleepless nights, a relentless pursuit of perfection. Think about it. When was the last time you pulled an all-nighter trying to study or kept drinking coffee just to stay awake for work? Well, for me, that was yesterday night when I was trying to cram for my exams this morning. Since a young age, I was surrounded by a bunch of diligent and hard-working classmates that I really look up to. However, what we do is just talking about academically related problems. Daytime to break time to lunchtime, and lunchtime even till the train ride back home. And also, we had a lot of tests. But, fun fact, despite how long or how hard they worked for the test, they would always say, "Oh, is there a test this week? I actually never remembered." Or, "Oh, I've just started revising. I don't even know what's on the syllabus." This might be relatable to a lot of you here. However, this to me felt like a secret game of competition. Why are we secretly plotting against each other and trying to outcompete them? Isn't school the time supposed to be making lifelong friendships with people and making intimate connections? At the age of 13, I was grateful enough to have the opportunity to study in the United Kingdom. Well, studying in a boarding school in the UK. What can possibly go wrong? It's like a dream come true. Midnight feasts, midnight gossips, pranking on teachers, and just having sleepovers every day. Well, this is not entirely wrong, but I also encountered a lot of challenges. Social challenges, friendship challenges, trying to kill nasty bugs, daddy long-legs, and spiders at midnight without screaming and waking up my neighbor. However, the biggest challenge of all was doing GCSEs. 12 subjects, which almost half of them I've never touched in my whole life before. I faced a similar amount of academic challenges and pressures. But it was different. It didn't feel like anything that I felt before. In the UK, there's more of a work-life ethic, where they tell you to take part in extracurricular activities, while still striving in academics. But in Hong Kong, there's still these activities available, but they're less valued. Well, obviously, we all know academics is really important, and you need grades to get in a good university and pursue your dream career. However, this puts too much strain on students, which inexorably leads them to building up a mindset solely revolving around academics. There's this one experience that had changed my life. 2 weeks before GCSE mocks, I got COVID from no one. I was the only one in the school who had COVID, and I had to isolate in a room. At that time, I told myself, I'm actually doomed for the exams. I'll just maybe settle for a grade 7. It's not that bad, right? It's still an A. still remember one of my friends who stayed until late night prep and sent voice recordings to me about how English literature works. Well, after this experience, I told myself, maybe school wasn't all about competition. Maybe you can actually help others out and achieve their goals together. The contrast between these two worlds was stark and significant. In Hong Kong, everything was like a race against time, a race to prove our worth through academic achievements. While in England, it was still a long race, but the emphasis shifted from competition to collaboration. These experiences have allowed me to know that education, or life, is not only a signal path, but rather you can see it as a vast landscape with a lot of opportunities for you to explore. As I stand here today, I want you to take home with a message. It's not about